Hey guys, it's Trey once again, and today I want to talk to you guys about getting your first job in software development. So for me, I got my first job when I was still in college. I attended UAB, University of Alabama, Birmingham, and during my senior year, I applied to a bunch of places. So at first I was working at Krispy Kreme as a shift manager, and that job, it ran its course. I was ready to go, so I started applying. I haven't even graduated yet, but I'm definitely getting up out of there. So I started applying to everywhere. I just applied. Everybody that called me back was like, "Do you have a degree? Do you have a degree? Do you have a degree?" I was like, no, and they just never called back. There was one place though that gave me a break. Place known as Hibbett Sports. Don't know if you guys know what Hibbett Sports is, but basically it's just a place where they sell sports gear, clothing, shoes, cleats, all types of sports gear. So I got a job there, and I was working on some of their back-end systems and whatnot. But the process of getting that job is grueling, especially if you don't have a degree or if you just got your degree. Basically, it's hard because you don't have experience. You know, it's the whole conundrum. You need experience to get a job, but you can't get a job without experience, or however it goes. You know what I'm trying to say? You need both at the same time, but you don't have it. So what you need to do, my first tip is to create your own experience. So basically, you need a portfolio website with all of things that you have done. So basically, if you have a project that showcases your skills, then put it on a website, have the code available for the employers to see, and actually have a demonstration of your application. So that is a great way to get experience. So with that, make sure that the projects that you put up there are projects of stuff that you actually want to do. If you want to be a back-end developer, don't put a very cool website that you made, because then people are looking at you like, oh, you're a good front-end developer. They're going to want to hire you for front-end. You want to show back-end heavy apps that use the database and, you know, REST services, stuff like that, web services, API gateways, things like that. So showcase what you want to be hired for. That's my first thing. Create your own experience. The next thing is also what I talked about in the previous video, which is your interview. Make sure in your interview that you are comfortable with coding. You have to do coding, so you just have to be comfortable with that. But also come in with that edge. You come in, you speak with confidence, you talk to the person, do your research on the company, and when you come in, you're asking them questions. You're trying to figure out, is this a good fit for you? So you need to be well aware of the software development life cycle. You need to know how to use Git. You need to know how sprints work if you're in the Scrum environment or Agile environment. You need to know these different things so that when you go in, you can ask questions about them. The more questions you ask, the more knowledge you seem to have. So basically, if I go into an interview and people are talking about, they want me to do create a back-end web service, a RESTful web service. If I go in there and I don't really ask any questions, but I know how to code it a little bit, and I just do the coding, and yeah, I like the job, I want to accept. You know, it's like, sure, you know, we can see that you know what you're doing, but you don't really seem that excited about the job. It seems like you just want to get a paycheck. But if I come in and say, hey, so do you guys, what technologies do you use? Are you guys using Spring Boot? Are you guys, you know, what are we doing here? What's the architecture like? Is there a DevOps team? Do I have to deploy this stuff myself? Are we containerizing this in Docker? Like, just ask a bunch of questions about the project. The more interested you seem, the more questions you ask, the more excited you seem about the job, the more they're likely to hire you. So who would you hire? The first guy that comes in just codes some stuff and says, yeah, I would like this job. or the guy that comes in is engaged. Like, who would you want to hire? Like, if you had a project, you're trying to get this done, and you see a person that doesn't really seem engaged, then you're not going to want to hire them over the person that comes in is like, hey, asking all these questions. The fact that he's asking these questions lets me know that he knows what he's doing, or she knows what she's doing, you know? So definitely the interview is very important. Also just create your own experience. That's the main two things. And apply, and call. If they have a number that you can call or a person that you can email, send it, call them, do it as many times as possible. Be punctual, have a great resume. There are plenty of sites that can help you, you know, write a resume. But definitely be punctual, because the recruiters love it when you can get the stuff back to them. So if they say, hey, we got this paperwork we need you to fill out, the faster you send that back, the more impressed they're going to be, the more they're going to fight for you in their corner, because they know you're already showing them that you're reliable. So they're going to feel better about, you know, introducing you as a candidate. So definitely be punctual, be on time, make sure that you do everything correctly and quickly, as fast as, you know, possible. That's pretty much ways of how I got my first job in the software development environment. And I definitely did not have a degree when I started. I had like a whole year to go before I got my degree, and I was already working in software development. So definitely just keep working. Work on your soft skills, people skills. Also keep your coding tight. And thanks for watching the video. That's all I have. Like and subscribe to the video and all that jazz. And I'll see you guys in the next one.